In South Africa, heart disease is known as a silent killer, and it is the biggest cause of death worldwide. The truth is that 80% of those deaths could have been prevented with the correct information. And for the Heart and Stroke Foundation and Flora, this is our mission. But how do you make your message heard to a public that doesn't see heart disease as a concern? You use South African celebrities who have a story to tell. We approached local celebrities for help, and they were happy to contribute. Having each been affected by heart disease, they volunteered their time, free of charge, just to get the message out there. By sharing a private moment in their lives, they would show us that heart disease is much closer to us all than we think.
I'm a healthy guy. I ate well, I gymmed regularly. I didn't think it would happen to me.
After my father's heart attacks, it became important that my family get checked out regularly.
Having had a few pains, I went to the doctor for a checkup and I had the heart attack in her office.
My dad was perfectly fit and healthy. He was an athlete. He came back from a morning run, had 3 heart attacks in half an hour for the first time ever in his life. And before we knew it, he was no longer.
Last year, my best friend's mom passed away from heart disease, and it came as a big shock to everyone because she was young, she was healthy, she used to run marathons. In that way, it opened my eyes to heart disease and made me realize it's actually closer than I think.
I am named after 2 men whom I've never met. My grandfather, who died from a heart attack in his early 50s, and my uncle, who died in his early 20s, also from a heart attack. In fact, he was the reason I studied medicine. He was a med student at the time, and I felt I wanted to finish what he had started, and also kind of, I guess, complete what he never got to do.
The fact that my mother has lived with this heart disease all her life and has stayed alive has also taught me about keeping mine healthy and staying alive.
Just coming out of the gym and just feeling this pain within me, I had no idea what it was all about, had no idea what it was at the time, but managing to drive myself back home was an achievement on its own.
My children need me, I need my husband, and we're all interdependent. No man is an island. So if there is a way for us to avoid heart disease, then do it.
Heart disease affects almost every single South African in some or other way.
Well, the stats speak for themselves. 200 South Africans every day dying from heart attacks and heart-related diseases, and I was 23 minutes away from being one of those stats.
It's a very scary statistic that 1 in 3 men and 1 in 4 women die from heart disease. It is a silent killer.
The ThinkRed campaign, great campaign. Here's a campaign that says you have a lifestyle choice to make, and your choice determines how long you live. It's not about getting infected with heart disease. You create heart disease. In 80% of cases, you didn't need to get a heart attack just by living right. That's what ThinkRed campaign means to me.
Listen to your body.
Your heart is central to life, philosophically, figuratively, physically.
My dad died of a heart attack at 49. Heart disease is not necessarily dependent on age.
I had my heart attack in the doctor's office.
Because my mother has lived with this heart disease all her life, it has encouraged me to keep my heart healthy.
So think about what's important to you.
Think about your heart.
Think red.
Think red.
Think red.
There's a great proverb that says, above all else, guard your heart, for it's the wellspring of life.
Heart disease is closer to us all than we think. I never would have imagined that it would happen in my family, but it did.
Nobody wants to die young. I don't.
The statistics are scary.
200 South Africans die from heart-related diseases every day, and I was 23 minutes away from becoming one of those statistics.
Think about what's important to you.
Think about your heart.
Think red.
Think red.
Think red.
Think red.
Think red.
Think red.